start off with Caitlin Henry.
Okay, that's me. With so many players returning and you already have that foundation established, what other aspects of the game can you focus on this season?
Yeah, we are really looking forward to getting further into our offensive development. It's probably the biggest thing that's going to allow us to do. In the past, we have not worked on a lot of screening and some upper-level offensive components that we're going to be able to get into this year.
Do you think a South Regional Championship is possible this year?
Very possible. Very difficult, but possible. We would definitely not be in the top 3, probably, in the region. But last year we lost to Southern Wesleyan here by 8 or 9 points. They ended up being 5th in the nation. And we played a really good game to lose by that little. So, if we play the perfect game and things line up right, then it's possible.
My turn now. As you come into this season, again, you have the advantage of not really graduating a whole lot of people last year, so we have essentially the same team. What are you looking at from an offensive, defensive perspective to continue to improve on?
Defense, we're going to pick up some pressure now. I think we're mature enough. Part of our philosophy is that we focus on the ball, and we've got to be able to guard as a team the ball. And I say sometimes, never in the history of basketball has a person jumped up through the hoop and scored. So I can guard my person really well, but if they score, I've failed because my team has failed to stop them. So we've got to work together as a team to stop that from happening. So we've been really concentrating on the help defense in the past. I think we're going to be able to turn up the pressure, deny outside a little bit more this year, and still keep up that help mentality. So defensively, I think that's something that we're going to be able to do. And offensively, again, I think we're going to be able to be maybe a little more patient on offense. Courtney down low is going to be, I think, an asset to have, along with Brianna Delaney. Newcomer Bridget Gleed to the team might also develop into something that we can really use. But I think we're strong down on the post. I think we have some experience out on the wing. So we can be patient and really think about shot selection, and which is going to be a big theme for us this year. Getting the shots we want, denying the other team the shots that they want. So shot selection is going to be huge. And again, not just focusing on the fundamentals, the basics, but being able to kind of get to that next level, both offensively and defensively.
What do you think is the biggest difference between this year and last year? Even from building from year 1, last year we were a little more established this year.
Yeah, definitely. I think we're going to be improved. I hope we're going to be improved from last year. I was talking with one of our team members, our first open gym this year, and to think 2 years ago, the first ever open gym that we had, and where we are now is just amazing to look at. We weren't much of a college basketball team, to be honest, 2 years ago, and I feel like we can compete now. And we've scheduled that way. We've scheduled up this year to challenge ourselves again, but I think we're up to the challenge.
What's kind of one of the off-the-court themes that you're stressing this year as a coaching staff? I mean, you've told us a lot about the offense, the defense, but from a personal level, what are you trying to instill in the players this year?
Yeah, we established 5 foundational concepts to start the program: love, balance, integrity, humility, and commitment. And talked about them for the first 2 years a lot. We now have, coming into the season, we had 2 or 3 seniors that had been on the team for 3 years. So the concept we're really going to look at this year is leaving a legacy, and that's our theme. And looking at 2 Timothy chapter 4, verses 6 through 8, when Paul's telling Timothy he's ready, and his time here is done, and he's ready to be poured out. And that concept of what do we want to be remembered for. And so these seniors that are leaving, they're going to have a chance to always look back and tell people I was part of the first ever team, but what do they want to be really remembered for? And it's kind of like going to a graveyard and looking at the tombstones, that dash that's in between those years. It really makes up the life. And what do we want to be remembered for?
Anybody have any other questions?
I've got a question. Can you talk about how you're going to fill the void that Kim and Trish both have left from last year?
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting first few games. Obviously, 2 key players from last year that we don't have on the roster this year, and Kim, maybe, no disparaging at all to her, she's going to be missed, but probably a little easier to fill. The ball wasn't in her hands as much. She was our 3rd leading rebounder, which will be really hard to replace, as well as our 3rd leading scorer, 2nd or 3rd. I think we have people that can step in at least one of those roles. The rebounding will probably be tougher to handle than the scoring. Trish, being the point guard and handling the ball a lot, is going to be harder to replace. I think we have some capabilities between Hannah Tompkins, Chalice, Abby. I think they're capable. It's just going to take a while to mesh out and decide who's going to step up there and fill that.
Anybody else? All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you.